Hey there again. Welcome back to Alpha City. You might hear in my voice that I caught some type of a status effect, and the potions of healing just aren't working that fast. So that's why I sound like a frog. Today, I want to start working on a tropical fish store. My vision for this store is a place where I can keep all of the supplies and tropical fish that I'll need to build aquariums for houses, apartments, hotel lobbies, and other places. I've chosen a site that's near the ocean, in a neighborhood I call Seaside. To me, a tropical fish store seems to fit here, near the boat sellers, fisher houses, and other nautical themes. And, of course, collecting the fish is easier too. I just take a boat out about 700 blocks east with a bunch of buckets and do some diving. I've already surveyed and marked out the building site with blue carpets. I've also marked out where other buildings in this block might go with other colors. It also helps me to visualize things on a map. First, I want to tidy up the street. There's the remnants of this old corral right where I want an intersection to be. So I want to add some stalls to the stable, which is right over there, and move these horses, donkeys, and mules over there. Yeah, I almost forgot. There's also some skeleton horses that have to be moved also. They have their own story, so maybe they deserve a video of their own at some point. The stable is a work in progress, and it has been for a long time. I've just never been able to get myself enthusiastic about the stables. It's just not what I'm interested in. It is, however, very useful. And so I add on to it when I need to, and I just try to do a little more work on it and other parts of it as I go along. I'm just going to add some quick stalls back here. The plan for this part of the stable is for a 2-story structure with a hip roof. I'm just going to do some fencing around a couple of pens for now. Well, it's not pretty, but it works. I'll come back between videos and make something a little more permanent. Then again, maybe that's another video idea. Maybe that would also be a video about finally finishing projects. Okay, I got some leads. Let's go move some animals. It's important to me to develop the surroundings along with a building. So I'll be doing a little work on the street as I go along. Come on out of there. They're going to be stubborn here. Okay. There's an important rule in architecture that a building should relate to its surroundings. Meaning it should be unique, but use some features that are common in the area. Like using the same shapes of windows, or making the story heights match, or using decorations that are similar to the buildings or near it. You could say that it should visually harmonize with its surroundings. Let's just tie them up all right there, huh? The reverse is also true. Some of the outside, like the street or the greenery, can be built or planted to complement the new building. Looks like this is going to take me a couple of trips. I'll do that, and I'll meet you back here. These things are never going to stop being weird. All right, let's go get the corral and other structures taken down, and we'll put up the construction fence. I like furnishing living spaces in Alpha City with things like bookcases, potted plants, banners, paintings, things like that. They make living spaces feel more real and complete. Fireplaces and aquariums also have an added element of movement and activity to them. They have a lot of depth and texture and some interesting sounds. A tropical fish store should make the process of building aquariums a little more convenient and organized so that I don't have to hunt for the supplies every single time. Like most of my builds, it will also be an important and integral part of the city that it helps to build. I'm going to finish up here and tear down the old skeleton horse buildings off camera. We'll catch up when I put up the construction fence. All right, here's a nice clean construction site. Let's start with the fence. To me, everything has a geometry. I visualize even abstract concepts as geometric figures. They have their own distinct shape and character. Even things as simple as the reason for a shop in Alpha City has a geometry to it to me. Well, looks like it's getting dark, so maybe I better take a break and sleep, huh? One pattern or geometry for a shop in Alpha City is to keep all varieties of something together. Like, I might make a glass store with all different colors of glass and glass panes. Or I might make a wool store with all types of wool and carpets. Another way is to keep things that I use together in one place. Here's an example. A few blocks away is the Tower Elevator Company, which we'll tour in the future. It has the feel of a construction company and has all of the supplies needed to build bubble column elevators, kept in one place. Things like soul sand, kelp, water buckets, fence gates, and other elevator making stuff, and also ladders. It also has a set of demonstration elevators that are templates for elevator construction. This store will be like that. It will contain many aquariums filled with tropical fish, as well as barrels filled with buckets of fish. And it will also have all of the supplies necessary to build aquariums all over Alpha City. I'm not sure if I've mentioned why I build the construction fence out of oak, and then I put in acacia gates, and that's because I can see them better when I walk up to the site and I don't have to hunt for the gates. It will have all of the common supplies for building aquariums also, like glass, coral, sea pickles, etc. And there will be display aquariums, including tall varieties for two-story rooms and lobbies. Like the demonstration elevators, the displays will be templates of aquarium designs. I'm thinking the next part is going to be pretty boring, so I'm going to do some of it off camera. I'll excavate and build the basement and put in the first floor. Then we'll get to some of the good stuff. I think for this video we'll have time to put up the walls of the building, including the street front and some of the details. We'll see. It's 5 Minecraft days later in Alpha City, and the basement and ground floor are done. The store is going to be 1 story with a basement, and the store will be on both floors. The prismarine staircase is oriented like stairs in old department stores, so that the customer has to walk past rarer, more expensive merchandise to get to the stair, and the less expensive, more popular merchandise downstairs. The hole in the floor will be a little surprise. I think it'll be fun. The wall structure has a little hack. When 2 buildings are attached, instead of a wall for each building, you can just use 1 wall, which gives you 1 more block of space for one of the buildings. The only potential downside is that both buildings have to share the same wall pattern and color. I'm going to do that here and give the tropical fish store the extra block on both sides and the back. There's more than one reason for that, but I'll show you that next time when we build the aquariums. I figure I need 908 white concrete blocks, or a little over 14 stacks, and I just happen to have white concrete powder in my pocket. All of the walls will be white concrete, which should make the space look brighter and bigger, and should also be fine for neighboring buildings. This is going to take a while. Water on, water off. Water on, water off. Just one more wall to go. The street front. I put up some temporary storefronts to get a better idea of how it might look. On the left will eventually be a convenience store with mule parking for sale, and on the right will be a fishing rod store. I'm using prismarine blocks for the base of the wall. A layer of cyan concrete, then 2 more white. Light gray stained glass seems more pleasant to look through than clear, and it'll also differentiate itself from the clear glass I'll use for the aquariums. The building is going to have an awning, which I'm going to make out of cyan wool and cyan banners. Now we just need some automatic doors, which is just about the easiest redstone device. Just a couple of doors and pressure plates on either side of the door. Isn't that cool? Well, we got a lot done in this episode, but I think that's it for now. I wanted to have the next Map Theaters video done by now, but I've spent way too much time on other projects. Then I got this status effect. So things got a little out of order. I've said before that I want to try to have at least 3 projects at a time that I'm making videos on. I suppose you could say that I want my videos to reflect my style. It's an experiment. If it doesn't work, I'll stick to one project at a time. In the next video, I'll meet you at the Tower Theater site, where we'll do some work on the Map Theater project. After that, I'll update you on other projects when we meet back here to build some aquariums. Thanks for visiting Alpha City. I hope this video was interesting and fun. See you next time. Later. Water on, water off. Water on, water off. Water on, water off. Water on, water off. Water on, water off.